Hello everyone, I am Sini Shivu, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Applications of the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. In this lecture, I am going to talk about analysis of time series data. After going through this lecture, you will be able to define data analysis, visualization, business intelligence. You will know the importance of data analysis. You would understand time series data. You would know about trends, and you would be able to establish trends in time series data using statistical method. The world is becoming more and more data driven, with endless amounts of data available to be working with. Big companies like Google and Microsoft are using data to make decisions, but they are not the only ones. Data analysis is used everywhere by small businesses, retails, medicine, and even in the world of sports. It is a universal language and more important than ever before. It seems like an advanced concept, but data analysis is really just a few ideas put into practice. So data analysis is basically the process of evaluating data using analytical or statistical tools to discover useful information from them. Once data is collected and sorted using these tools, the results are interpreted to make decisions. The end results can be delivered as a summary or a visual like a chart or a graph. The process of presenting data in visual form is known as data visualization. Business intelligence transforms data into intelligence which is used to make business decisions. It may be used in an organization's strategic and tactical decision making. It offers a way for companies to examine trends from collected data and to get insights from this data. Business intelligence is used to make decisions about product placement and pricing. It is used to identify new markets for products. It is used for creating budgets and forecasts that make more money. These can also be used as visual tools such as heat maps, pivot tables, and geographical mapping to find the demand of a certain product. Now let me enumerate the importance of data analysis in the field of business. Data analysis can help in better targeting. Using data analysis, you can determine what forms of advertising really reach your customers effectively and make an impact that will make them buy your products. Data enables you to understand what methods of advertising your product have the biggest impact on the target audience and at what scale you can adopt such kind of an advertising. Through data analysis, you also realize the costs you're going to incur in making your product. There is no activity that data analysis does better than to check the performance of your products and business in the market. Once you understand what products are suitable for what clients, you can determine the areas that you are going to focus on and for which customers. The trends in the market are also informative on consumer spending and taste. When you have enough information on these vital things, you can direct your business to produce or distribute certain goods or services to fulfill your potential customers' desires. The information is also essential in setting prices and determining the advertisement you are going to adopt, as well as the niche you are going to target. Data analysis also gives you a rough idea on the future trends in consumer behavior that will enable you to make futuristic inventions in your product. This way, you can produce products and create services that put you on top of your industry. With these innovations, you can maintain a sharp edge advantage over your competitors. The good thing with these innovations is that you can patent them and reap the best from them while at the same time being ahead in your profit. With a good data analysis system, you can determine the sectors of your business that are using unnecessary finances and the areas that need more financing. Through this, you will have a clear understanding of how to cut costs, the ability to decide on what type of advertisement methods to use, the goods to produce, and the target customers offers the advantage of costs that would otherwise be unnecessarily used. Data analysis makes every action precise and straight to the point to avoid filler activities that have no value added to the business. Every problem that arises in a business can cause a major halt in the operations and which may cause a lot of losses that are bad for the company. Data analysis assists the organization to make an informed decision on running of the business and providing information that could help business avoid any occurrence of loss. This data analysis is becoming more and more important with day-to-day life. Let us now look at time series data. Numerical facts which are collected at different points of time form a time series. As you can see in this example, we have a time series here. We have the data of year and sales recorded in lakhs correspondingly. You will come across such type of data very frequently in the business world. A much more familiar time series is shown in this example, where you can see the data from a weather channel. It shows an hourly climatic condition, temperature, precipitation, and wind speed. It also shows a daily detail of the climate. This is a graphical representation of the time series data, where you can see the year and corresponding unit sales in millions represented by a bar graph. So time series data can be recorded on a time scale, which may be years, months, days, hours, minutes, seconds, or even milliseconds, and it can be represented using tables. Analysis of time series data helps to establish trend. As you can see, the figures show upward trend, a downward trend, or no trend. Time series analysis can be useful for analysis of past behavior, estimating the future, forecasting, evaluation of performance, comparison, and estimation of trade cycle. We will now focus on establishing trend in time series. This can be done using various methods, and we are going to see three methods in particular: method of semi-average, method of moving average, and method of least squares. Let us come to the first method, the method of semi-average. In this method, we first divide the time series data into two parts, part 1 and part 2. Then we find the mid value of time, which is denoted by T1, and mean of values, which is denoted by Y1 in part 1. The next step is to find the mid value of time T2 and the mean values Y2 in part 2. We would then plot the points T1Y1 and T2Y2 and join them to get a trend line. So let us now take an example. Here you see that we have a time series data. There is year and the corresponding export is given in this time series. So according to this method, firstly, we will have to divide it into two parts, part 1 and part 2, as you see here. Now in part 1, T1 is 1961.5, which is the mid value of the years, and Y1 is 104 divided by 8. 104 is the total of all the exports of part 1. So we get Y1 as 13. We are now going to plot this point as point 1. In part 2, we have T2 as 1971.5, which is the mid-year, and Y1 as 144 by 8, which is equal to 18. This becomes our point 2, that is 1971.5 and 18. Let us now plot these points, and as you can see, it shows an upward trend. In the method of moving averages, what we do is we compute moving sum of 3 or 5 years, whichever is required. We compute moving averages corresponding to time units, and then we plot the graph between time and moving average values to obtain the trend line. Let us go through this example now. Here you have year and sales in lakhs. The first point is to go ahead and calculate the 3-yearly moving sum. So the 3-yearly moving sum is calculated as 5 plus 7 plus 9, that is 21, 7 plus 9 plus 12, that is 28, and so on. Then we calculate the 3-year moving average, and all these values that we got in 3-yearly moving sum will be divided by 3 to get the 3-yearly moving average. Now we are going to plot the corresponding points, and as you see, we get all these corresponding points with respect to the various years. So this is the method of moving averages. Let us now go through the last method, which is the method of least squares. The first thing here is to convert the time units into whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. We denote it by x and find summation of x. We find x square and also summation of x square. We multiply x with y and find summation xy. We also find summation y, and then the values calculated above are going to be put in two normal equations, which are summation y is equal to na plus b summation x, summation xy is equal to a summation x plus b summation x square. These two equations are going to be solved for a and b. The values of a and b are then going to be substituted in the equation yc is equal to a plus bx, and then we find trend values yc for various values of x. Now let us apply this method of least squares in an example. Here you see we have year and the price indicated by y. Firstly, we are going to convert the year into whole numbers, which will be denoted by x. So x takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we find x square corresponding to x. We would also go ahead and find the values of xy, and also we are going to find the summation of all these values as indicated in this example. Keep in mind here n will be equal to 5 because 5 years data is taken into consideration. Now let us go ahead and put these values in the two normal equations. Summation y is equal to na plus b summation x, and summation xy is equal to a summation x plus b summation x square. So we get two equations, which are 560 is equal to 5a plus 10b and 1140 is equal to 10a plus 3b. We can solve these equations and we would get the values for a and b, which in this example are 108, that is the value of a, and 2, which is the value of b. We will now be substituting the values of a and b in the equation yc is equal to a plus bx, and we would get corresponding values for each of the years specified. Now we are going to plot the graph, and as you see, the yc value is plotted against each of the years. And here again we see that a price trend is established, which is an upward price trend. So those were the three methods that we could use to establish trends in time series data. With that, I come to the end of this lecture. I hope this lecture has given you an overview about the importance of data analysis. You might have come to know what time series data actually is, and also how to establish trends in time series data. Remember, data analysis is very important, and with that, you can have many insights in future also. So, work on data analysis, establish trends, and you could get a wonderful learning experience. Have a happy learning. Thank you.